welcome to my Blu-ray collection update for July of 2014. Yeah, a second Blu-ray update video in as many months, can you believe it? It is currently the 5th of August. I would have liked to have done this right at the end of July, but basically it's been so bloody hot that it's finally just cooling down now. At least today it's cooling down, so I can actually stand here and talk to you for, I don't know, probably 15-20 minutes without just sweating my body weight in sweat and stuff. Yeah, it's been absolutely horrible, and I've heard it's been pretty similar in the UK. Well, let's just get right on with it, because there is a ton of stuff here, which again, before I even get into this, you know, I was very lucky and very humbled to get so many gifts for my birthday, beginning of July, from, you know, my family and friends here on YouTube. You know, and I've thanked you all profusely, you know, individually and stuff, but again, just thanks, because yeah, I got a lot of stuff here. Not all of this is gifts from birthday, but most of them are, and a couple of them are stuff I've been sent by companies. So the first one is Unforgiven, a Japanese remake that was made last year. It's coming out this year. Well, it is out now, I guess. Yura Suarez Saramono. Really long Japanese title there. It stars Ken Watanabe in the title role. Not title role, in the lead role. He's not in the title of the film. In the lead role of the film, and it is a remake of Clint Eastwood's Western. And I'm really excited to check this out. And there's still some annoying gummy residue there I'm going to have to try and clean off. And I'm doing an unboxing video of this, so I'll talk more about it in that. And you'll see my frustrations with the awful glue that they just love to put all over, smear all over the steelbooks they send out. They're like, let's just stick as much glue in this as possible, so they have to pull it off and stain it, and yeah, awful. But that's out now, and I can't wait to check it out. It's it looks really good. Some dust off this. This whole room is just like a dust magnet. It's horrible for a collector, honestly. But I need to put this in a plastic wrap. But again, I've done a video about this, and I've done videos about a lot of these, but this is really just a summary of everything, and there's a few things I haven't shown as well. Day of the Dead, the Arrow video, Zavvi exclusive steelbook, limited to a couple of thousand copies, I think, maybe 3,000, 2,000, something like that. Great steelbook, I love it. I know some people are kind of saying that this is really bad artwork, but I love it. You know, you got the first there was night, then there was dawn, then Day of the Dead, you know, completing the kind of trilogy at the time from George Romero. Haven't seen Day of the Dead yet. I really want to kind of find the right time to watch it, maybe at night sometime. I don't want to watch it in the day. But I'm a big fan of Dawn of the Dead, one of my favourite horror films ever, so I can't wait to check this out. It's just a great looking steelbook. Really cool release from Arrow there. A couple more Arrow video titles. This one, again, I've done a video on, done an unboxing of this. Still haven't watched it yet, actually. It is Porky's, the steelbook version. And there's a little tagline on the back there that says, "You'll be glad you came." There you go, Darren Locke, if you're watching this. You'll be glad you came. I hope you get off on that, you sick bastard. But yeah, it's a really cool steelbook. I like it. It's kind of got one of the original posters there, and the kind of shower design goes over to the back. I don't know why I put the J card in the plastic wrap with this one. I just don't know why. I don't usually do that. Yeah, you know the answer better than I do. And then finally from Arrow, the complete Dr. Phibes. Again, haven't watched this since basically Arrow Video were like, well, people have been complaining about the fact that you've been sent Blu-rays to review, so we're not going to send them to you anymore. So yeah, to the people who wrote into Arrow to complain about people like me getting free movies, which wasn't really the case, we were providing a service of reviewing them like other people do in the, you know, the press and media. It's just a different way of doing it. Yeah, thanks for that, because it's yeah, pretty annoying really, but I haven't watched these because I didn't really need to review them. I did an unboxing video of this, and yeah, it just kind of sullied the whole thing really, that the whole Arrow thing went downhill because of some people who were jealous, I guess, about it. But this is an amazing set. You can check out my unboxing of it. Fantastic release. Unfortunately, this one is really prone to getting kind of damaged, and there's a lot of wear and tear on the corners and stuff, and you know, it's nice packaging, but you got to be really careful with it, and I have been, but it just arrived like this, unfortunately. But there's some great digipacks inside of the films with a great booklet as well, like a really thick booklet. Brilliant release. I love it, and I can't wait to check out both films. I will at some point. I just haven't got around to it yet. Again, I'll probably do some kind of like horror viewing, I guess, with that, and Day of the Dead, something like that. Next up we have probably the most limited Blu-ray I have in my entire collection, and one of my favourite Blu-rays in my entire collection now in terms of the packaging. It is Blue is the Warmest Colour from Plain Archive in Korea. Fantastic company who do amazing jobs with their releases, which are few far between, but they're always worth it. And again, I've done an unboxing video of this. You can see you know, up close and in person. Great effect on this. Nice kind of glitter kind of effect on Leah Sadu on the front cover. And we have Adele Ex Archipelus on the back. Some of my favourite images from this film are represented throughout this edition. This is a slip box, and inside you get the Amaray case, and this is one of my favourite scenes in the film, the bar scene. Even just like the disc artwork, I think is fantastic. And yeah, you got art cards, postcards, that kind of thing. It's an amazing release. I have to say though, and it's got a really nice booklet as well, but I have to say that something that really bothered me, and it's really small, and you know, this isn't a, well, it is a criticism I guess, but the menu music for the Blu-ray is really low quality. It sounds like it was ripped from YouTube, and it just really bugged me that it just sounded really bad. But there you go. The rest of it was great. You know, the film looks fantastic on Blu-ray. Haven't watched it, just flicked through it, but it's one of those films that you really need to set aside 3 hours for and be ready to be drained emotionally, I think. But one of the best films of last year, 2013, an amazing release from Plain Archive. Absolutely love it. And this one is number 990 of 1,000 copies. You can see that. There you go. And now we go on to Steelbooks. I got quite a few Steelbooks. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Steelbooks. So I'll move 2 to the side for a second. And again, you've seen most of these. The first one, this is kind of appropriate for me to talk about now. Planet of the Apes. I watched this for the first time a few months ago, my 24-hour movie marathon 3. And what the hell, I'll leave a link to that in the description below if you want to see that epic 3-hour video. You probably don't, but I watched it for the first time, Planet of the Apes on Netflix, and I was like, wow, that was amazing. I absolutely loved it, 10 out of 10. And this Steelbook was going really cheap on Zavvi, and I think it's great. Love the design of it and everything. And I have a Steelbook of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, so I figured it'd be good to pick it up. And yeah, I love this Steelbook. I think it's awesome. I've since gone to see The Dawn of the Planet of the Apes in the cinema, which is now one of my all-time favourite films. I need to review that actually, but I feel like my review would just be praising it too much, that it would kind of put people off even seeing it or having their expectations raised too high. I'm not sure. I might not review it actually, but I don't know. I'll see what happens. And then I also went back and watched for the first time Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, The Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. And then I also rounded it off by watching Planet of the Apes, Tim Burton's version. And I've now become a huge fan of the franchise, so it's even more sweeter to have this Steelbook. You know, when I picked it up with birthday money, it was like, yeah, that's a cool Steelbook, great film. But now I'm a huge fan of the franchise, so this is even more cool for me. Next, one of my favourite films from 2013. It is The Place Beyond the Pines, starring Ryan Gosling, Bradley Cooper, Eva Mendes, and Ray Liotta. Also Dane DeHaan, who I think is a great young up-and-coming actor, and he was great in this film too. I know a lot of people agree with me on this, that you know the first part of the film is a lot better than maybe the second and third part of the film. But I still think all round it's a fantastic story, and I just love the first part of it so much. But this is a great Steelbook, kind of minimalist style. You've got Ryan Gosling on the front there as Luke, and a great quote from the film on the back. Dust everywhere, unbelievable. If you ride like lightning, you're going to crash like thunder. Love it. Okay, so the next one is probably one of my favourite Steelbook designs ever, and it is another 2013 film, Filth, starring James McAvoy. I absolutely love this. I just love the design. You have his character there on the front, kind of passed out on the floor, but it also looks like he's climbing a ladder of cocaine lines, which are all embossed. And the title is really heavily embossed as well. You got a nice border, and then on the back, this is embossed. You know, it's just a lot of embossing on this Steelbook, and I just love the color of it, love the design of it, and the film is just crazy, messed up, and not a lot of people will enjoy it, I think, because of how graphic it is in its nature. But James McAvoy, who is probably my favorite actor, who's kind of currently, you know, working now. I say that because Michael Keaton is my favorite actor, but he doesn't make films all the time. But James McAvoy is my favorite current actor, who's, you know, making a lot of films, and I think that might be my favorite performance of his. Just fantastic. Then we have The Day After Tomorrow. great steelbook. I love this film. You got New York there with the storm and the waves coming in. On the back you have the same image, but with all the snow after, you know, the storm has settled down and stuff. Love this film. You know, this is one of the ones that arrived just around my birthday, and I was like, this is great, we'll watch it on my birthday weekend, because I really like the film. We watched it, and yeah. Basically, there's a menu on the Blu-ray, and it's one of those Blu-rays that doesn't have a home menu. You just have the film start straight away, and you can select the menu and it drops down. And it's like a little kind of a periscope design, and it drops down on the top left side of the screen. When you remove the menu, it's still there. There's a very tiny sliver of white light just by like here, you know, on top of the screen as you're watching it. Of course, the aspect ratio of the film leaves a black bar on the top and bottom, and on the top black bar there's a tiny bit of white light, and as the film goes on it gets a little bit bigger and then it gets a little bit smaller. It's the menu moving throughout the film basically. Sometimes it disappears and I'm like, oh finally I can just concentrate on the film, and then it'll come back again for another 30 minutes, and it just really bugged me that you essentially, the only way you can watch this film on Blu-ray is with the menu in view partially. And I think that's absolute bullshit and really, really annoying. But it's a great steelbook. I almost dropped it. And yeah, what are you going to do, I guess. Last steelbook. Well, actually, no, there's one more, I think. No, two more. Okay. Last steelbook of just general releases. Brazil from Terry Gilliam. Huge fan of him as a director, but I still haven't checked this out. Again, just waiting for the right time to do it. Love the design of this steelbook. Brazil is embossed, and you've got a debossed border. A really interesting artwork on the back as well. Can't wait to check it out. Let me know if you've seen it, and whether I should speed up the process of actually checking this out. Then we have a couple of digibooks. These were gifts from Fruitman. First we have The Sting. We have Paul Newman, Robert Redford. Again, waiting for the right time to watch this. I've heard very good things about this one. Love the artwork on this. Just brilliant. And yeah, it's just some really cool stuff on the inside. Really thick book with lots of stuff about the film and so on. And then another of the Universal 100th Anniversary Collector Series, which I really like. I have quite a few of them. All Quiet on the Western Front. Really want to check this one out. I'm a big fan of old movies, and I think I should see more war films as well. Even though it's not my favourite genre, I think I should really educate myself when it comes to war films. And again, you got some great stuff on the inside there with the book. Really nice edition. Now we come to the Massive Cinema. I have a few more Massive Cinema Blu-rays to show you. Again, I'm heavily getting into Massive Cinema as collecting as many of them as I can. In fact, I want to own all of them, which is crazy, but I don't know, I have like about, I think 17 altogether now, including the ones I have back home, so I'm like almost 20% of the way, you know. But yeah, I'll take that one away first because it's a steelbook, and I'll just show you these in order of the spines. So these are the Amores I got from the Massive Cinema. Is that the right way around? Yep. And the first one is Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans. This is #1 in the collection. If you want to hear like my full thoughts on this film, including my live reaction to the end of the film, go check out the Blu-ray Brothers channel and my silent movie marathon video, which is a long one, but it's near the beginning of the video. And yeah, I watch it for the first time and give my live reactions. And this film, I'm probably going to put it on my top 20 films of all time. 10 out of 10 for me. It was so emotional. I really was surprised. It's a silent film from 1927 or 26, 27, and it's by the great German director F.W. Murnau, who he went over to America and did this film and I think just hit it out of the park. I mean, visually it's amazing. It's just a great kind of almost like a fairy tale morality play about a man and his wife and them kind of reconnecting with each other, I guess. But it's hard to explain without really going too much into it, but I just was blown away. I was laughing, smiling, and almost crying throughout this film. Awesome film. Next up is another F.W. Murnau film, and it is City Girl, which is another silent film from 1930. So he hadn't quite transferred over yet to the talkie, but this was the next film from F.W. Murnau. Haven't watched this one, really want to check it out. It's #8 in the Massive Cinema series, and the back of the case was ripped and torn, unfortunately, but Amazon actually refunded me the price to get a new clear case, so hopefully that'll come soon. And yeah, that was really cool of Amazon actually. And City Girl is another hopefully another awesome film, because I don't know, I've seen 3 films by F.W. Murnau now and they've all been fantastic. So, and I've heard that Seagull is really, really good, so I've got no doubt in my mind I'm going to love it. Number 9 in the collection is M by Fritz Lang, one of my favourite directors, and this is probably his most critically acclaimed film, I think, from 1931. And this is his first film with sound, and it stars Peter Lorre as a child murderer, I believe. And I have the Criterion of this, and I've mentioned this before, but I never got around to watching it, and I'm feeling like kicking myself because I'm such a huge fan of Fritz Lang now. But I don't have the Criterion here, and I don't have a region-free player either, so the Massive Cinema Blu-ray is the way to go for me right now. And again, I'm just waiting for the right time to watch this one, because I know how much I'm going to love it, I know how great it's going to be, so it's almost like I'm savouring it, you know, like you got like it's almost like Charlie Bucket, just savouring that last bite of chocolate. I just want to wait for a really good time to watch a film that I know I'm going to love. And then we have, oh no, 3 more Steelbooks, Jesus. Actually no, there's 3 more Massive Cinema titles, but before we get to that I forgot 2 more of the other Steelbooks. So many Blu-rays, it's crazy. And again, I've done videos on these, so I won't really go into it too much, and you can check it out. I think it's called like Most Shocking Birthday Package Ever or something. I did like a whole series of me unboxing Blu-ray packages for my birthday. I have Thor, the HMV, legendary HMV exclusive Steelbook, which is just fantastic. I got it from Fruitman. Still just blown away by this. Just love it. I love the embossing on the Thor there, just the matte finish on the Steelbook, and the which you can't really tell with all the bloody glare going on, but matte finish on the Steelbook and gloss on Thor, you know, embossing on the actual title of Thor, and great artwork on the back as well. So yeah, I'm just still blown away that I have that, and I now have all the Avengers films. You know, I have Iron Man 1, 2, 3, Thor, Captain America, the Avengers, and Thor 2, The Dark World, which is a controversial Steelbook. No one likes the fact there's no title on there, which I'm fine with. You know, I don't really find that a problem. But what I do agree with is that there's no title on the spine, and that sucks. I mean, I don't know, it just seems a bit like a wasted opportunity to me. And again, on the back you have these 3 pictures, which are nice pictures, but they seem just tacked on really. But I like how the cape kind of winds around the whole Steelbook, as you can see there. And yeah, I love this Steelbook, and I'm glad to have it, and this one was from Connie. So yeah, I have Thor and Thor 2. Really happy to have these in my collection. Alright, 3 more Massive Cinema titles, and then I'll head off into the sunset and leave you to watch some more, probably entertaining videos than this one. This is spine number 23 in the Massive Cinema series, and it is a gorgeous Steelbook, Silent Running by Douglas Trumbull, starring Bruce Dern. I watched this a few weeks ago for the Blu-ray Brothers Sci-Fi Week. It was my first watch, and I loved it. Watched it on Netflix, and just had to pick this up and get this from Massive Cinema, because it was just an awesome film that I want to revisit and see the extras of. And you know, I love these Steelbooks as well, and I love the artwork on this. It looks brilliant. I love the white, you know, color scheme of the Steelbook, which wraps around, you know, and again, most of them don't have back artwork, but just the credits at the bottom. But I think it looks great, and there's some gorgeous, colourful inside artwork and a really thick booklet. Love this edition. There's a few paint chips around here, and that's the dangers of having an all-white Steelbook, but nothing too noticeable, thankfully. So, Silent Running. And move some things around. And we have Nosferatu, a Symphony of Horror, which is another F.W. Murnau film. Thinking about it, I'm not sure if I actually showed this in another update or not. I don't think I did. Or did I? You tell me. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I got this pretty recently, and I watched it with the same batch of films I watched on my silent marathon. Whatever, it's a 1922 film, Nosferatu, and I've seen it now, so I guess I can talk about it. Great Steelbook again, love the colour scheme of this one. And this is number 70 in the series. And I just love that front artwork, so creepy. Max Schreck plays Count Orlok, aka Count Dracula. It's an unauthorized adaptation of the Dracula story, and I think it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it, but I think I was expecting something a bit more. I was expecting a 10 out of 10 classic that was going to blow me away. but it just ended up being really, really good, like an 8 out of 10 for me. And I'd have to rewatch it as well and maybe go a little bit higher. But I just loved the way that the film was tinted. I love the atmosphere of the film, and yeah, it's just really, really great. And I love the fact that we can own films like this on Blu-ray in Steelbook format, no less. I think it's just brilliant. And then one final Blu-ray, and this is another film from the 20s. It is number 50 in the Massive Cinema collection. Nice thick slip box. It is The Passion of Joan of Arc, which I didn't realise. You know, I knew they had a Steelbook for it, but I thought that this was the artwork of the Steelbook, which is nice artwork. I really like it, but that's not the case. The Steelbook is inside this slip box along with a 100-page booklet, and yeah, I really love this set. I got to kind of very carefully get it out. Here is the actual Steelbook itself, which fits in perfectly to the box, by the way. Great artwork there of Renee Falconetti, who plays Joan. And the film itself, again, was one of those ones that I was expecting to be blown away by, and I kind of was in a way, but it's a film that I don't think I'll be revisiting that many more times because it's such an emotional experience. It's such a hard slog to get through it. But yeah, it's just a very one-note depressing film, but it's very well made, and the performance from Renee Falconetti is just absolutely fantastic, and one of the best, most raw performances I think I've ever seen in a film, basically. So yeah, and there's a really nice booklet in there as well, and if you want to see a full look at this, you can also check out the Silent Movie Marathon on the Blu-ray Brothers channel. I do kind of a mini unboxing of this and show you the booklet and the inside artwork and all that kind of stuff. So there you go, that has been my Blu-ray update for July of 2014. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of old stuff, Massive Cinema and things like that, and random Steelbooks, but yeah, there's just an amazing amount of cool stuff there, and I'm again blown away by the generosity of some of my friends here on YouTube and also my family. You know, I really wasn't expecting that much from them, but yeah, it all added up, and I was just really surprised just looking at it now how many Blu-rays I got over the past month or so. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you with the next video.
He says he's really cool, but I think he's a tool. Even though I'm sure he's a quite nice guy, really. He's a quite nice guy, really.